What's going on? I don't know what time of day it is when you get this video, but welcome to Comics Corner. I wanted to talk about something, and it's not going to be popular. It's not going to be something that people agree with, probably, but this is just something I observed about myself. So, if you like hearing me just chop it up about stuff like this, then if this video does well, I'll do more of these. But let's talk. So, I am a fan of stories, storytelling in different mediums, as a matter of fact. And so I really enjoy watching movies, watching anime, and things of that nature. I recently went to see the new Superman film, and there was a lot of negativity surrounding this film before it actually hit like the mainstream for us, right? A lot of people were complaining about what was going on in the story, or how they perceive certain actions of the character, and whatever. You can see all the bad reviews online if you want. And I sat through the movie and I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it from the standpoint of a super critic, because that's normally what I find myself doing, is really critiquing movies based on like film standards, or at least what I perceive as film standards, because I'm not even as well versed at being a critic as, you know what I'm saying, someone who does this for a living. But I really enjoyed the film. I thought it was pretty cool. I gave it like a 7 on my way out, right, the first time. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was going to stumble onto a particular line of thought just from watching the movie. So if you know that I've been enjoying that, if you know me at all, anyone who's watching this, you probably know I'm an enjoyer of anime. I pride myself on watching quite a bit of anime, as a matter of fact, and I think that I am much more of a proponent of darker, heavier themed series, right? My favorite show is Code Geass. So like the level of like death and like deep stuff that goes on in that show, like it needs that in order for it to be what it is. However, for some reason recently I caught myself watching a show. It's just one of the shows I'm watching now. It's called Clevantes. You've probably seen it. It's about a dark beast who turns into a human for a little bit, and he got some wild stuff going on. But I'm watching this show thinking to myself, wow, this is really, really dark. You know what I mean? And I don't think I'm very sensitive to it, because I've been watching darker series for so long. Like I've watched stuff like Hellsing Ultimate. You know what I mean? Like there are some shows with some very dark themes that I've seen. I've watched the Fate series. If you've ever seen Fate Zero, there's an episode where this kid gets eaten by this guy. Like not literally, it's hard to explain, but it's hard to say that a show moves me with how dark it is. And I'm not saying that Clevantes is just some super dark series. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just, for the first time in a while, I noticed it. I was like, this is really heavy and dark. That is before I went to see Superman. It's after. Technically, it's after I went to see Superman for the second time. And I was trying to figure out what it was about Superman that I was drawn to so much in this film. You know what I mean? I loved Henry Cavill as Superman, so I didn't think that I would enjoy this movie at all. And a lot of people's take on the Henry Cavill Superman character is that it is a much darker version of what Superman would be. You know what I mean? Just because of the amount of damage that he caused to the city and how essentially those people would have died. But this Superman isn't like that. You know what I mean? And if you watch any form of Superman media prior, like, he's not that dark of a human being. And I think that we have become much more infatuated with the side of him that doesn't side with us, that doesn't appeal to us and love us despite our flaws. We want to see the monster sometimes. And so I got to thinking about like all of the moments in the movie that really moved me. And I don't even necessarily think it was the moments. Let me take that back. This is gonna sound nuts, but when the music hits and you see him flying around as Superman, after watching some of the actions that he takes in the movie, you begin to feel light. You know what I mean? Like you begin to feel like there's like a weight lifted type situation, just right. You know what I mean? Like there is a sense of, ironically, the symbol on his chest, hope, in the way that he moves about in the film. And I think it's just interesting because of, in this climate of nothing but dark things, you know what I mean, heavy dark things, there is a branch of light that is trying to shine through. And I think that everybody who has been immersed in media in some way, shape, or form should take the time to watch this film at least once. I think it'll do something for you. I think your heart will, you know what I'm saying, be a little bit more joyful after watching it. Not saying that you gotta like love the film or nothing like that, but just there's just so many moments of endearment. This is what I actually meant. This is my favorite part in the whole movie. It has nothing to do with him being Superman. It's gonna sound a little prejudiced, but I'm okay with that. His parents call him, spoilers for the movie, I'm sorry. His parents call him because he did some kind of he did a good front page report, right? Clark's parents call him, and they're so country. People probably thought that was weird, but to me, I was like, this is interesting. Number one, because they've never sounded like this. They always sound pretty standard, right? But like, just the way they were talking to him, it's like, oh, congratulations, Clark. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? It was so sweet. And he said, Paul, you want to say something? Tell him don't be a stranger. Paul said, don't be a stranger. It just felt so human, which ended up being the theme of the movie anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, despite where I'm from, I'm regular. But I don't know. It was a joyful, hopeful movie. And I hope that if you decide to watch it, that you felt the same way. That's it. I don't really have a whole lot to say. That's the end. I just think that in the midst of all of this heavy, dark, structured, thunderous, eerie storytelling, we found a bright story with great comedy and plenty of endearment. So if that's what you like, go watch Superman, man. But that's it. It's Comics Corner. My friend would probably tell me I shouldn't be giving y'all free promo, but it's because she loved me, she cared about me, she wanted to get paid, but I did it anyway. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.